Alrighty, I'd like to welcome everyone to my revised, updated, T6 capable-ish Lightning Wizard build. He does need new gems, don't fault me on that. I'll get them when I get more cash, but I think he's T6 capable. We're using Explosive Blast Flash as my main damage dealer. I'm actually using Chain Lightning right now. It jumps to 10 targets, and I do have my Mycon's Ball of Hate, so targets can be chained back to. I don't have a Velvet Cameral. I wish I had a Velvet Cameral, but I don't. The other skills are all to support Explosive Blast, and they are Teleport, Safe Passage, as a get out of jail free-ish card, and for the damage reduction, Black Hole, Event Horizon, Energy Armor, Prismatic Armor, and Magic Weapon Deflection. My passives are Blur, Unwavering Will, Evocation, and Paralysis. If I wanted to take this, I think, further into like greater rifts and whatnot, I would probably replace that with Illusionist. But right now, it's a good damage and defense booster, and it gets me a ridiculous amount of toughness. You have to gear up for a lot of toughness with this guy because he does everything up close. There are a few alternate... God damn it, Templar. Ugh. There are a few alternate choices for your left mouse click. You can use Thorn Blades. You could use Arc Lightning. I'd even say you could use Lightning Blast if you really, really wanted to. Or Living Lightning, or Piercing Orb. You can really use any signature spell that's lightning related. And it is possible to use Arcane Torrent with Static Discharge if you have enough cost reduction, which I don't really. And you could also use, if you have a lot of cost reduction, Blizzard, Lightning Storm, which increases your lightning damage. You may also be able to work Thunder Crash in there if you really wanted to try it. I wouldn't, but I don't know if Static Pulse is really viable for this. Obviously, Energy Twister isn't. But, yeah, you could really use any of your... Really use anything here that complements Explosive Blast. For my gear, I've got 2 pieces of Veers just for the 500 intelligence. I got all guilds going on. I have a Shayra's, which is where a lot of my toughness comes from. It's just a giant chunk of life and a giant chunk of all resistance. Really, you could go with anything you want to just keep yourself alive and keep yourself going. I am going with Strong Arms because that 21% more damage is great with that on high cooldown. Obviously, I've got my Wand of Woh. Paragon, movement speed and int, cooldown reduction, and I need crit damage. I'm using armor and all res, and utility is area damage and life on hit. So, let's get this. I started into T6 bounties because I figured I'd try it out, and he wrecked the first group he came upon. So, hopefully I will wreck everything else. Insofar as a Wand of Woh build can wreck things. As you can see, the Chain Lightning is not the strongest attack, but my explosions practically stack on top of each other, so they're the real power here. As you can see, I do have the Taeguk going on. The speed with which Flash works makes Taeguk work awesome. And I do have the Wreath of Lightning gem going on too. I'd obviously equip a Bane of the Powerful in here if I had a third one. Yeah, here's the real test. Thank you, Templar. Yeah, he's not overly powerful is the problem. Like, my other two wizards would probably have that guy dead much, much quicker. But he is using the Wand of Woh, and that does kind of happen with Wand of Woh. And I lost the Taeguk bonus because I wasn't paying attention. But it's probably very noticeable that his teleport and... Oh, excuse me. His teleport and his black hole... What am I doing? His teleport and his black hole keep him alive. Yeah. Generally speaking, when I do these videos, I don't expect anyone to be watching until now. Yeah, the biggest thing that's keeping his damage low right now, I think, is his gemming. But I'm also, like, he's my third wizard, so he has third wizard hand-me-down gear. So you should expect a little bit of that, a little bit of having to sit here and wait while he kills stuff. I mean, basically the only thing that isn't hand-me-down are his legendary gems. Those need upgrading too, so yep. You know, I never really realized this, but doing Flash actually eats up a lot of arcane power. I'm actually kind of worried about it. Oh no. Even though there's technically not... I may have to actually switch to Surge of Power, of all things. Yeah, I wish that were stronger, but it gets the job done.
Not ready yet.
Okay, the bloody chest. Excuse me. I may actually have to gear some cost reduction in here. It's just the explosive blast is happening so quick. It's a little funny that it's the explosive blast is happening so quick that it's draining my arcane power. I'll have to actually, like, time my arcane, my explosive blast button presses. Now this is gonna sound funny, but playing this guy a little bit has made me think of maybe doing like a pseudo joke build of that's trying to simulate critical mass wicked wind in 2.1, which is high cooldown reduction. Because of the speed at which flash happens, I think it's viable to have that as it's just your one ability is just this. I do. I don't actually think he needs illusionist now that I think about it. You bastard. Freaking dark summoners. But simulating critical mass wicked wind would be kind of a funny, more of a funny thing to do. I think it's possible to get your cooldown reduction high enough to overlap certain spells. Nope. Just barely a nope. Oh, I couldn't even kill that guy before he finished his little stupid speech. Well, since I lost my Taeguk bonus, I'll just stop exploding for a second and let my arcane power come back.
Then we must hurry and find them. Not ready yet.
It's very weird to have this on such a high cooldown that it drains my arcane power.
Need more time.
Crap.
Still waiting. Need more time.
Yeah, when I said he doesn't need illusionist, oh god. Yeah. Wand of Woh's never been good at taking down pygmies. Get out of my way. Yeah, I don't actually think he needs illusionist now. Now that I'm looking at what. Oh man.
Still waiting.
More arcane power is what he needs.
Not ready yet.
You do that. It makes me wonder if actually stacking cooldown reduction is not as important for this build now. That was me scratching my ear. Yeah, there are a few variations beyond just that. I could see taking and putting Calamity as your teleport, or even Supermassive as your black hole, for just a giant damage dealer, and then Spell Steal might work as your black hole as well. But ooh, free ring. There's still a lot of flexibility with Wand of Woh. It just feels very lacking compared to Firebirds, or even Star Pacts feels so much stronger now than Wand of Woh. I mean, I don't think Wand of Woh's hit that point where it's basically a curiosity and nothing else, but it is definitely a secondary build now, in my opinion.
Still waiting. Not ready. Need more time.
Yeah, the advantage of this build, the biggest advantage of this build is, as you may have noticed, lots of paralysis going on. It definitely makes this a very defensive build, and I don't necessarily consider that a bad thing. That a build is super tanky, super defendy. I mean, as you can see, every single swing the Skeleton King hits me with does nothing. Well, that did something, but comedic timing. Apparently, Skeleton King's excellent at it. But yeah, it's very much a defense, very defensive build. I'm gonna drink some coffee right now because it's also a very boring build. I mean, I still think you'd have to gear for toughness with this, even though it's heavy on the paralysis, because you can't really rely on paralysis for survival.
Need more time. Not ready yet.
Yeah, I am literally resting my head on my hand right now, just waiting for this to be done. I mean, I could teleport on top of him right there, but why? Kinda wish I could watch a movie while I record.
Still waiting. Need more time.
I'm wondering if this actually, if Shade Lightning paralysis eyes is better. I wasn't noticing a whole lot of them with just the flashes. No, there was one. It's probably because these hit maybe more per tick. Explosive blast is pretty much just boom, 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 boom. Okay. Yeah, for the record, I think every build I have right now can do Act 1 bounties in about 20 minutes on T6 on their own. I don't think that's fast at all, but because fire should be like 10 minutes maybe. But so that was that. That's revision 2. No, we'll still keep it 1 for the lightning build. T6 viable, probably not higher greater rifts than like 25. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.